a 4-month real-world coating application update.
Exactly. So if you remember 4 months ago, and our editor here, Nick, and I'm Yvan, by the way, up here is gonna have some, somewhere around here, a link to the video we did 4 months ago with this truck. Now, a few things you'll notice have changed. We have better lighting in here. So hopefully, if you like the new lighting setup, give us a thumbs up, let us know.
And by the way, if you like my really difficult to grow mustache, give me a thumbs up as well. It is Movember at the time we're filming this.
Yeah.
Never grown a mustache. You may or may not care. You may wonder, hey, the lighting's gonna show everything, so I gotta let the people know.
Exactly, and I think he's doing well. So if you remember what we did here, on this one, I polished the door and we applied our ceramic coating. On that one,
no polish. We simply washed, clayed, paint prepped, and applied the ceramic coating. And on this final fender here, all we did was wash, clay, panel prep, and then ceramic gloss.
Right.
So we kind of want to see real world, gets driven every day. How are they all holding up?
Now, normally we would foam before hitting this with the pressure washer, but we want to see how it's beating today when it's still dirty. We haven't done anything to it. We haven't prepped it. It's just driven here. Let's spray it down, see what sort of beating we get from the beginning.
And a lot of people, by the way, may have their coating stop beating. There are things you can do. I mean, this is the Yvan LaCroix Apothecary, RX. Right. He's here to save the day. We've got a few tricks up our sleeve to bring the beating back. Your coating is probably still there. It could be salt embedding itself into the pores, different things like that, that the beating is gone, but the coating is still there. I don't know what we're gonna run into here, but we know how to navigate possible solutions.
Should we need to. So, let's get it wet. So on the first panel, we haven't cleaned it and it's already beating like crazy. Let's go to the second panel. Again, great beating, 4 months. I think the truck has been washed once, the owner told us, so he's not very good on maintenance. Even the ceramic gloss is still beating like crazy. But nonetheless, we're still gonna clean the whole truck. So to clean the truck, you know me, I'm a rinseless guy. So we're gonna be using our DIY rinseless wash, but in a foam can.
I didn't know what this test was gonna show us, but the beating on ceramic gloss is ridiculous.
Right, after 4 months, so people always ask us, how long does it last? Well, in this real world test, so far 4 months, and it's doing great. Foam cannon, rinseless wash. Now, if you stay tuned to our channel, we are going to be doing another video eventually of, is a wet foam better than a dry foam? So that's one to watch out for. But we can see that it's already beating, it's doing a great job.
All right, Yvan, I gotta make myself useful over here.
So we have 4 gallons of water, which means
2 ounces of rinseless wash.
or 4 capfuls. Every cap is for a gallon. And we're gonna tease people again by using our soon to come sponge. It just happens to fly in from off screen there.
The DIY detail garage has lots of magic.
Yeah.
Playlist above on rinseless washing. So many videos, Mr. Rinseless Wash himself. We love this stuff. If you don't know, rinseless washing doesn't mean it's a 0 hose method. It means it is a no hose required to rinse at the end method.
Right, which is exactly what we're gonna do here. So first impressions, the sponge is just gliding on the surface.
Is it pretty slick?
Yeah.
That's just not us talking. Like, when you have a ceramic coated car, it is easier to clean. As a pro detailer, that's my #1 marketing thing. When I'm talking to a prospective customer, it's like, it's not gonna be scratch proof. Someone keys your car, they're gonna key your car. Is it scratch resistant? Yeah, it's scratch resistant. But what my favorite part about rinseless washing is, it is easy to clean. And with no pressure, I'm just gonna go after a little bug gut here. There we go. Yvan has really sold me on the no pressure thing. Sometimes I'm stubborn and I wanna really grind into the paint. What's the whole idea with no pressure, Ivan?
Well, you don't need pressure. You're using the chemicals to do the job for you. And if you're applying pressure, like you said the word yourself, grinding into the paint. What are you doing to that dirt? You're grinding it into the paint.
I'm punishing it for being on my car.
Exactly.
How dare it do that?
But you're punishing the car at the same time.
I know. Well, maybe it deserves it. JK.
Now, we could do a drying aid at this point, but we don't want to. This truck hopefully will be around in another 4 months, and if it is, we'll do another update. But the owner of this vehicle likes to change vehicles on a regular basis. So we're going to have a few drying towels flying in at us in a second here. There we go. Oh, good catch.
It's called the Twisteroonie.
Yeah, and these are twist loop towels.
These are
Very
twist loop
good.
towels. Two things that I want to show you guys as ninja tricks, or not show you, but tell you. If your ceramic coating stops beating up, there are two things you can do. What are they, Ivan?
First of all, a lot of ceramic coating, when it stops beating, is due to contamination. Well, it's all due to contamination. But the most prevalent type of contamination, especially if you're up north or on a coastal region, is calcium or salt. It builds up, you don't see it, you don't feel it, it's there. It basically hides the coating, so taking away hydrophobics. And the other is iron contamination. And we have our water spot remover for the salt or minerals, and we have iron remover for the iron contamination.
If I have a coating come back in my professional detailing experience, I will use an iron remover and the clay towel. That's my first step, just to do a maintenance wash on a coating from like a year ago.
Exactly.
And then, after I've rinsed that off, I'll spray water spot remover on the paint, let it dwell, not dry, but let it dwell. And when I spray it over the pressure washer, the beading just snaps back.
Exactly.
So that's a thing in Utah where you get all that salt embedded in the pores of the coating. So just a couple of tricks for you, but we didn't need it here. I just wanted to let y'all know.
Yeah, so let's dry it off. And you'll notice our drying towels aren't exactly huge. I'm a proponent of the small towel. I know you like the big drying
No, I'm a
blanket.
convert. I've been using these lately, and they're incredible. You can dry a sedan with one of these.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't think you could, but I'm stubborn. I have to do it, and then I realize.
Now, if your car just has water pooling on it, you've got no beading whatsoever on your car, this is not going to be sufficient. But if you have a coated car, if you have ceramic gloss on it, if you have quick beads, you're good to go.
And you can put ceramic gloss as a topper on a ceramic coating.
Definitely you can. And actually you should.
Yeah.
But in this case, we're not doing that. So we have rinseless on there, so we don't need a drying aid. If you're using Incredible Suds, it's safer to have a drying aid.
I want a drying aid.
I know you want a drying aid, but this is a test vehicle, so we can't use a drying aid on it.
Okay, perfect.
Nick did a great job of drying this mirror, but it's still dripping. I think automotive engineers have a secret competition deciding whose mirror can hold the most water for the longest. Even if you blow dry this, you use compressed air, you use a master blaster, it's still going to drip a little while later. And that's why we have the drip catcher. Now this is a towel with 2 magnets in it, but this is an aluminum bodied truck. The magnets don't stick. Luckily, this is long enough that you can wrap it around the mirror and stick it to itself. And now it holds. So in the future, when these drips start coming down, the drip catcher will catch them as we're doing the rest of the vehicle. And when we're done, hopefully the mirror will have let go of all of its water.
When's the best time to put the drip catcher on? Right after you
you
have rinsed, or after you've dried and you're still getting drips?
After you've dried the vehicle, you think it's dry, but that mirror is still dripping, that's when we use the drip catcher.
Ivan, our ceramic coating should be holding up after 4 months, but the fact that ceramic gloss is, and people always ask us how long does it last, that beading was snapping and we didn't do anything to it.
Exactly. And speaking of beading, let's go out on some nice beading shots. We've dried the vehicle off, but let's throw some water on it again, just for fun.
Okay.